Quick disclaimer, these videos are meant for educational purposes only. Anything said or shown in any of these videos are personal opinion and my perspective. Trading carries a high level of risk, so anything done is your responsibility. Okay, hey, how's it going, guys? Welcome back to mentfx, and in this video, I'm finally in my new office, which might be a little bit echoey because I haven't gotten it fixed up yet. But in this video, I want to talk about EG for the last week because I've been making videos on it. So I thought I'd break it down for you because a lot of things are happening here that a lot of people forget that they need to start doing in these markets, right? So if you guys remember, I spoke to you guys last when price was around here on the public at least. In the private, as you all know, this was updated all the way throughout. We have webinars way before price happens. Everything is broken down and shown why. Everything is broken down from the standpoint of the course, step by step, interactively. A lot of webinars are based on interactive. A lot of them are usually 2 hours long. And those are all available to you if you do end up joining up with the link below at mentfx.com or the Launchpass link. Both are the same thing. But the point is, before I continue, if you are new, recognize that what you see happening here is stuff that I send out way before it happens. Yes, this video right now technically is hindsight, but my public videos are always going to be hindsight. My private and where I speak to people every single week, where we break down trades every single week, where we break down outlooks every single week, that's exactly where that stuff right before it happens. And that's where we discuss these things, including other pairs, and talk about their given context, given outlooks, why I would follow it, why I wouldn't follow it, what kind of price action is sound and clear and creating a good story, something I teach you guys here, etc., etc., etc. So in the last video, I spoke about this fact that we're creating this beautiful short opportunity when we were up here. And I showed you guys how I was getting into a trade and then looking to hold it down into this low. And what you'll notice is that same trade ended up running its 3 partials. I did not close it here. I ran to my 3rd partial, took another partial. So these are what I actually secured from a raw RR perspective right here. And then price came back up, broke me even, and began to deliver short. And then since then, in the mentorship, I've been updating this. Again, why do I say mentorship? Because that's I spend most of my time there. I spend most of my time sending stuff there. So a lot of you that are even watching this from the mentorship know exactly what I'm talking about. If you don't, you're going to see this in webinar 76, 77, and 78 from what I remember personally. And in the next one, webinar 79, I'll be breaking down my trade today. But since that trade, price came back up after liquidating the next low, as I expected it to, and took me out, broke me even, and began to run. Now, right here is a huge psychological thing I want to talk about where, a lot of people think that just because they get the direction right, they should be in a trade. I mean, this has never been the case. And if you are someone that thinks that way, it's better to break apart from that belief system really quickly because you're going to find yourself losing a lot more if that's the thought process that goes on in your head where you're like, okay, the trade's running in my direction. I must be in this. Here I go. Let's pummel in. And what happens is then you skew your actual RR from a data collection standpoint. And even though you might be right, you being right doesn't matter, right? This is a lot of the way how like signal providers work. What they'll do is like, let's say they're on a daily and they're like, okay, guys, this market is short. Let's take oh my God, it's moving without us. Let's take a short. And they take a short like this, right? And they'll be like, okay, TP1 is going to be here. TP2 is going to be here. TP3 is going to be this support. Oh, TP3 hit. Damn. But all the way through, despite the fact that it's hit, you're looking at around a 0.68 RR at its final completion, which means if you took partials at each TP, even though it was 33 pips secured on the dot, 90 pips, 80 pips secured on the dot, 143 pips, boom, join up with my signals. A lot of signal providers think under this mentality because a lot of people in the trading space, about 95% of the people that lose, don't understand how basic RR is the only thing that you can use to actually measure your metrics of success rather than this idea that you're gaining pips. Because when you start thinking in pips, you start to throw out the fact that there's a certain risk that you have on your trade, and as a result of that risk, you're going to be getting a certain amount of reward. So you get sold on this belief that you can just do this, which means that when you go and try to do this yourself and you start seeing a trade run in a direction that you might have been right about, well, you're going to start throwing and shoveling your money at that trade. And even though you might be right, because the risk to reward is so skewed and you don't know where your actual risk is, you don't know what your system actually is, well, even when you win, you're going to gain very little. And when you start losing, you're going to go on huge losing streaks because you're going to keep getting into the wrong side. And then what's going to happen is then you're going to stop paying thousands of dollars for education that looked like this. And instead, you're going to come to me in my private DMs, public DMs on Instagram and you're going to go, Mr. mentfx, I keep losing. I'm always on the wrong side. I'm really serious about my journey. I'm really serious about learning in this industry, but I just can't seem to get someone that can provide me the right signals. And at that point, I know you haven't seen my videos. I know that you are not serious about actually being a trader. You're more so serious about the quick money that you might be able to earn if you find the right signal. And at that point, I know that you're most likely going to either take a few years to master this or are not going to be in this industry anymore in the next few months, few years, right? Because a lot of the space is dead set on this, again, crack addict addiction that if I get someone to do this for me, if I can just get a little bit of money before I really put up the big bucks, if I can just do this before I set on my actual path towards being a better man and a better trader, well, that exact thought process is the thing that destroys many people. So to start this off, I need a lot of you to recognize that just because you're correct about direction, which guess what? I actually am most of the time. Almost every single outlook I've done for the last year or so in regards to the markets and where the given pair that I'm looking at is going to head next week, I've been relatively right, probably on an 80 to 90, maybe higher percent win rate of guess rate, right? So my guess rate of being able to provide an outlook or a directional bias on a market has been in the 80-90%. Does that mean that my win rate on actual trades is 80-90%? Not at all, because the game of execution and your confirmation is a completely different game than analysis. This is what a lot of people get wrong. I had a small little fun interactive thing that I did in a webinar where I basically said, imagine you are a painter, right? So here's, how am I drawing this? Here's a little box. This is your office, okay? Here it is. Here's the door, okay? And in here, this is your little art studio, right? So here's you right here. Now, every day when you show up, you come into the office, you get your little paintbrush, boom, and you start drawing shit, okay? And then you have a bunch of like stacked things here because every day you come in and you draw something and then you put it on the floor. You draw something, you put it on the floor, you let it dry. Draw something, put it on the floor every day. And you do this every single day. Like you keep a tally running, right? You do this for days on end. Now, just because you're drawing shit doesn't mean that as an artist you're making money. Now, one day, randomly, some philanthropist or some really rich dude, maybe some guy that's trying to defer taxes, whatever it is, comes in to your little studio. Here's the rich guy. Let's give him a top hat because every rich guy wears a top hat. There you go. Comes into the office and sees all these pictures on the floor, but he doesn't even buy all of them. He picks just one of them. He picks this one right here and gives you $20,000 for that image. Okay, there it is. Boom. You just earn 20K. That's it. That's you. You just earned 20K. But now what you have to realize about this is that from the over 1,000 images that you drew, not one of them was worth it for this man to purchase. And instead, he only bought one of them, yet still you made 20K for working every single day doing that, right? Now, this is very similar to the trading space where what you're doing is you're showing up to draw, as I call it. You're showing up to analyze. When you show up to the markets, you're just there to draw in your analysis, and that's it. You're a painter that's drawing his analysis, putting it on the floor, and doing it every single day. Now, one day, one of those drawings or analysis is going to be picked up by a top hat gentleman, the competent man, smart money. And that smart money is going to, you're basically going to be picked up by it and you're going to get into a trade. So you can have this context, this bias. It's super correct. Every single day I'm showing up, I'm drawing, it's always correct. But it doesn't mean I'm trading it. But then you're going to have the alignment of the actual trade entry that you've been studying as well as the analysis. And when that aligns, that's where that gentleman is showing up to buy your painting. And that's where the money is made, right? So it's not that your money is being made on the fact that you predicted this whole down move. Look at this. Look at the money that I made on this. The only money I made on this was right here on my sell and currently in this sell that I'm in. Everything else was either a loss or break even or a non-trading day. And that's exactly the same thing as this artist that shows up every day that doesn't expect to win or to sell a painting every single day. He just knows that eventually his work may be recognized. And even when it's recognized, let's say all his work is really good, all your drawings are really good. Even when it's recognized, only one of them might be worth the value for the composite operator, for the top hat man, right? But even then, that's enough for you to sustain yourself and to be very happy with the outcome, right? And then over time, as you start realizing what these top men like in terms of paintings, you can focus on drawing more of those paintings over time. And as you do, more little top hat gentlemen, his friend comes, his other friend comes, maybe he comes again, they might buy more of them at a time. And that's what scaling or compounding your account looks like. So even though this is a little bit of a crazy idea, you are basically an artist. Every day you show up to draw and analyze. You should not expect anything to play out or to even give you an entry. This is the idea that even when you're right, you might not make money, and even when you're wrong, you might make money, because you don't know. Because one day, another top hat gentleman, here he is, with a little bit of a different mustache, boom, he walks in and all of a sudden he likes one of your paintings from the first day and he pays you $30K for that painting out the gate, just gives you that $30K. And you're like, holy shit, I didn't expect this painting, because I've been selling this one, to do well, but it just turned out to work. And that's the exact same thing where if there's a bullish market, for instance, and you somehow take, let's say, a buy here, and then it goes and then fails, and then it becomes a potentially bearish market, well, the money you make here could be that example of the painting that you thought would never have worked anyway. So the first thing you need to realize about your own trading is that you need to disconnect from this idea that because you're right, you need to be in a trade, or because you're wrong, you're going to lose money. It's complete nonsense. And then secondly to that, even when you know the overall direction, you need to be willing to be out of most trades and be patient for the setup you're looking for, because eventually the top hat man will come and he's going to throw money at you like you're a good little stripper, right? So that's what you want to focus on. That's the main focus. And now back to what's going on here, right? I followed my sells down. I got my sell here. It came right back up, took me out of break even. And then notice what happened after that. Every single trade I took after that was either a break even or a loss. So these were two break evens. I had a break even here and a -1 in here, right? You keep following it. I had a break even in here, trying to follow it short, to continue it short, because I had a higher time frame context. Again, higher and lower, interlope them. Kept following it. Tried to follow a short off of this. Again, this is all broken down in the private mentorship, why I use the zones, how I use my zones, how I refine my zones, zone refinement, where it comes from, MBs, all this fun stuff. This is just a quick breakdown of something philosophical that you can use, as well as an example live in front of you. Price came in. Notice what happened. Took another break even, nothing else. Price played around. I began to confirm on these days, got nothing at all. This is that showing up every day as an artist and not being able to take a single trade. Kept following it. Took some more trades here. Guess what? More break evens. Kept following it. This morning, as we're literally at the low of the low I expected price to take out, so this daily one, and because we're a daily, I can expect it to come even deeper, I began to follow it once again, as I normally do for my session. And as I came into my session, I started analyzing, breaking it down. I confirmed a trade here. I took it, took another break even there. Kept following it, kept confirming it, nothing. Notice how, as we're doing this, how many zones I technically have that failed, didn't work, the zones got traded through, the structure didn't hold, blah, 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 blah. All these issues that seem to be pressing issues for a lot of you that might be beginners or intermediary, and how they're a very normal thing for me that still adds to my bottom line. Because I've shifted the way I think about structures, ranges, and S&D zones. That's exactly what you need to do, as well as shift the way that you think about being right about context and stuff, because no one gives a shit if you're correct. What matters is how you're executing when you are correct and how you're executing when you're wrong. Because, you know, the easiest part of trading is when your trade management is perfect, the trade is there, the context was easy, and everything's applesauce, and you just sit back and you just let the fucking money drop on you. The hard part of trading is when you literally have to wait for that moment. And a lot of time in that waiting, that's what differentiates a profitable trader from someone that's not profitable. Because in the same time that someone here waited for an entry and then got his entry here like I did today, and there's the money where I'm making money now and adding to my bottom line, right? So here's my curve, and there's where I'm adding to my bottom line because I didn't touch anything. There's this trader who thinks who might also catch this, but who's also trying to catch everything in between, trying to enter everything, trying to up his risk, trying to move his stop loss around, trying to do anything, right? And by the time this comes, this guy has given up or blown his account entirely because he has no idea what he's doing. He has no risk management plan to what he's doing. He has no metrics for when he's going to get in, and he's just forcing things left and right every single day, thinking that any new little change of character or inducement is a guarantee to make him money. I'm telling you to step back. I'm telling you to think about SSC, the 3-box system. Focus on the left to right, focus on the higher and the lower. Allow your directional bias every day to be right if it has to be, and be willing and be able to sit out until a market entry is met for your specific setup. So today, as I got on, right, we're at that low of the daily. So here's a little bit of technical sauce for you guys. I'm still following that shorts. I still want to follow those shorts. I had that short that stopped the break even, followed it every single day since then, got nothing. This is also the point of when you show up, be showing up to draw, to analyze, not to sell. If this guy was you and you showed up every day expecting to sell a painting, you would never have painted all these paintings that then end up allowing your work to be recognized and then for you to be able to sell. Just like if you don't show up and analyze every day, but recognize that you're analyzing not for the sake of making money, well, in that case, eventually that analysis is going to play out and you're going to get a trade and you're going to just milk that trade. Like you're just going to milk that shit like a cow, right? That's exactly how it goes. So I followed this down during this week. I still expect shorts. We had the break of structures down. I expected it from here to there. The exact reasons, aka the double MB reasons as to why I'm following these exact zones and how I refine them is all available in the private mentorship. So again, if you're interested, join up. It's only $100 a month. You can join up for the first month. If you hate it, just leave. But I've seen most people that have joined absolutely love it and stay long-term because, I mean, well, they get real education. And again, I don't have the time to always get on this public and just spew everything technical at you because there is a progression and a foundation that I've built up and teach in the course. And again, if you think you've learned something on my YouTube, well, you've learned a lot, but there is over 150 hours of private content that is basically made to build you up from the bottom line to the top, right? So utilize that if you want to. Back to this though, following shorts, expecting this next low to be hit. Not because of equal lows, because remember, this low got made way after. I sent out this low's being hit when price was over here. That's how I caught this sell and how I kept following sells. As we kept following those sells, I got absolutely nothing all week. And then today, during my New York session, I looked to enter right here, took a break even off this break of structure, 3 box, right? Box 1, box 1, box 2, confirmed in there for box 3. Price broke above, began to accumulate, all good. I don't need to force accumulations here. Again, as this happens, what's happening? Everyone and their mother, including retail, including dumb smart money, is looking to buy off new S&Ds, new S&Ds, new S&Ds, new S&Ds that are unmitigated. Nice S&Ds here with the unmitigated inefficiency, the inducement of these lows, the inducement of these lows, the inducement of the fucking head and shoulder man, the inducement of the tree, the head and shoulders here, the support resistance here. And again, there is a number of people that are always going to be caught out on this idea that that's it. We made a spring. It must be a spring of some time frame. But we wait and we follow what we know is true because we know this market is bearish, is a bearish context, and we're following that. Price breaks down right here, breaks down again. So you have a 3 box here and you have a 3 box here. I had this SND right here, and that's what I like to follow down. I'm going to very quickly jump into my private mentorship and show you guys something just for the sake of explanation. And okay, I can't find this right now, but either way, it doesn't matter. That's exactly what you're looking to follow. Follow this down to my first partial, second partial, and now I'm either letting it run to my third partial or letting it come back up to break even. It's going to be done again. But again, the money wasn't made on, where are we? On the down push. The money was made in all the areas in between, and the fact that I'm able to stay in and out of this market back and forth because I'm aware of the exact trade management system that I'm following, as well as the exact confirmations I'm following. And if you're interested in taking this to the next level, refining your zones, understanding how to refine your zones, how to follow it, how to follow structure, think about MBs, double MBs, things that I teach privately, well, check out mentfx.com. And if you think you're ready to be funded, check out mentfunding.com. Thank you guys so much for watching this. I hope this little video helped you out and psychologically got you a little better. As I get my office set up a little bit more, I'll definitely make sure to upload a more lengthier video. But thanks for checking in, and I'll see you all in the next video. Hey, how's it going, guys? Just checking in. It is officially January at the time of me talking to you right now. I'm going to do the giveaway very quickly for anyone that participated in the less is more video for the free $50,000, $100,000, and $200,000 valuation account. Very quickly, Happy New Year's. Thank you all so much for the support on this channel. And thank you for all of you that make mentfx.com, the actual Discord community, what it is. And of course, if you want to be a part of that, feel free to join up using the link down below. If you're not sure, join up for a month with the money, cancel it instantly, see if you like it. If you do, stay on board, as most people do. If you don't, then by all means, go off on your own. So let's, without further ado, get into the pick. So we've done it all here. Here's the YouTube video, hashtag mentfx, as I spoke about in the video right here. And hopefully you're following me on Instagram, because for the winners, please message me on Instagram with a picture to your actual account on YouTube once you're picked, and also leave a YouTube comment on it on the video that you're watching right now. So on this video down below, leave it if you're the winner, and then go ahead and show me the proof of the account through Instagram. So comment there, leave it there, and yeah, let's do some picks. So for the $50,000 evaluation account, the winner is, okay, we're getting the YouTube comments. Let's make this a little bit bigger. Okay, about 613 participants, and now let's start the raffle. And the winner for the $50,000 account is Yura Gaming Hub. Congratulations, Mr. Yu. Thank you, Anton. Have been cleared out several times trading before major news, but I understood today that I must not trade before any major news. #mentfx. That's great. Hopefully you learned some other things during that. But yes, you should let the dumb money do what they need to do in the news times. Let the money go through, let the money get picked up, and then follow the actual footprint. So congratulations on the $50,000 evaluation mentfunding account. Please leave a thing down below and then message me on Instagram. Now, for the $100,000 account, let's run the winner again. Pick another winner. So for the $100,000 evaluation account, we have Abdorabinho as the winner. Congratulations. Comment. Notice from this video and add it to my trading plan. Number 1, be aware of the news. Good. 2, wait for when you should be waiting. Yeah, wait when you have to wait. Exactly. 3, follow the rules. Exactly. The 3 things, or really 2 things that can make up an entire trader. Know what your rules are and follow them. Be patient and wait when it's time to be patient and wait. Realize that that will make you outperform most people that can't wait, which is most people in the market. And 3, be aware of the news, which also goes into those 2. So very good job, and congratulations on your $100,000 evaluation mentfunding account. Now, for the $200,000 mentfunding evaluation account, let's pick another winner. And the winner of the $200,000 account is Zad Ahmad. I hope I said the names right, but congratulations as well. Walk away, stand aside, grab the mace, kill the beast, and eat. Exactly. Let the dumb money go and fight the beast. We are living in the real world. So when we're in that gladiator arena, you don't have to be the one up front there trying to kill everything, right? You can let the other people do it that think that they have the big balls or the strength. Let them take care of it. Let them wear down the beast. Let them go and put all their money in markets that don't make sense or shouldn't be traded, and come in after and pick up the scraps because you understand what's going on. Congratulations to the 3 of you. Please leave a comment in the YouTube, as well as letting me know when you message me on Instagram, and I'll find you guys on Instagram. Show me proof of the account that you have, and we'll get you situated with an account for mentfunding. Make sure you make an account on mentfunding.com by going to dashboard.mentfunding.com. And if you didn't win, hopefully we'll have some giveaways down the line. We'll have some more, especially in the private mentorship. We're going to start doing giveaways there as well. So join up with that if you want a chance of potentially being able to participate in those. And other than that, I hope you all have enjoyed your Christmases and your New Year's. I hope you enjoyed this entire video. I hope you learned something from this video. If you did, leave something down below and tell me what you learned, because it always means a lot to hear it from you guys. Nonetheless, thank you all so much, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.